Writing trig ratios. We're going to apply our knowledge of the three trigonometric ratios using sine theta, cos theta, and tan theta to write ratios for these three triangles. So it's good practice to write SOHCAHTOA at the top of your page, like I have done, to help when working through these questions. So to write the trig ratio for each of these triangles, we're going to complete 3 steps. The first step is to label the sides. So I know that 8 is the hypotenuse because it is directly opposite the right angle. So I'm going to write H for hypotenuse. And I know that 5 is the opposite side because it is directly opposite the theta. All right, so that's step 1. Step 2 is to write the ratio using SOHCAHTOA. So we're not going to write any numbers or anything. We're just going to write sine theta equals, cos theta equals, or tan theta equals. All right, so to figure out which trig ratio we are going to use, we need to look at what we have. So we have the opposite side and the hypotenuse. So having a look at SOHCAHTOA, I know that we're going to use sine. So I'll write sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. That's step 2 done. Step 3 is just to fill in the values that we know. So we don't know theta, so we'll just write sine theta again. Sine theta is equal to, instead of O for opposite, I'm going to write 5 divided by 8 for hypotenuse. So that is the first ratio. All right, let's do that for our second triangle. I know that 3 is directly opposite theta, so that is the opposite side, and 2 is directly next to or adjacent to theta, which means that it is the adjacent side. That's step 1 done. Step 2, let's figure out which ratio it is and write that down. I have the opposite and adjacent side, so I'm going to use tan. So tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. That's step 2 done. Step 3, we fill in the values. We don't know theta, so we write tan theta again. The opposite side is 3 divided by adjacent, which is 2. All right, and finally, C. I know that 20 is the hypotenuse because it's directly opposite the right angle. And I know that 14 is the adjacent side because it is next to the angle. Step 1 is done. Step 2, let's figure out and write down the ratio. We have adjacent and hypotenuse, which is CAR, so we have cos theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse. Step 3, substitute in what you know. Cos theta equals 14 divided by 20. So they are our 3 trig ratios for those questions.